season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game, as we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So LSU's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open on the left. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Boom. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
They'll leave it with him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now it's back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the ground with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
To throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You get passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he makes the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Lost a throw on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
Caught in the backfield. It's Paul. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give to the back. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Balls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
He lets it fly. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
Encroachment defense.
So the offense gets a little bit closer to the goal line after the penalty. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still first and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting the run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you come out and do some good things and you get the ball next time.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. He leaves it with the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man. It's Watkins. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
On the snap, it's Durham. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Looking for space. It's Durham. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine, he might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Short, quick, precise passing game. Good enough to move the sticks.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hilton. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far.
LSU 14, Kentucky 7.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Here's the handoff. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Raw. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Raw. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll run the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. There's the pressure. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football. And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, and when you go dime, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
And this is the hard part about being on defense.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Hauls it in. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. LSU quick to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Hilton. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Hilton. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal carry. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed and a missed opportunity.
To the air on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Law. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Good timing on the quick out. Spins away from one. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the comeback is on. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kentucky, 17.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking for a crease, it's Jackson. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
They've got the screen set up. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a crease to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Trying to beat the D deep. Pulls it in down the middle. He's loose. No one there to stop him. Except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entire.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man. It's long. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. LSU now operating in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. They are in danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. He's got it and still on his feet. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. That's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty darn quickly.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike can get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires complete on the crosser. They finally get to him, but what a play
sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
With the run on 1st and goal. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll give it to the back. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. He's in open space downfield. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here.
Kentucky 7-0.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Trying play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really get get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to... Turning it on! It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the ground, it's Berry. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Power football with the run. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on third and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there. Kentucky
will be forced to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's McGowan. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Bringing the heat. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit...
Converts on fourth down. Still going. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He wants to go deep. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Anderson. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And you got to wonder about the confidence of this kid. It's been up and down. 1 for 4 now in this game kicking after that miss.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. The screen, he's got wheels. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Bought a little time, lets it go. It's caught. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Kentucky right back to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep. And
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. down. They'll pass for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Picked off. What a play by this defense. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the left. Brings into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Offense in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Get it out on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Lindsey. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play. They just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And that will extend their lead even further. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The give to the back. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Try to get it to the edge. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort.